Hello, beloveds. Satnam. I hope you're all having a beautiful day today. I wanted to make this video on a very important topic, and that is, if we're going to die anyways, what's the point? And what I mean by what's the point is, what's the point in being a good person? What's the point in trying? And the reason I'm making this is because recently I was at a lunch and someone there basically said this. I was talking about veganism and they said, what is the point if we're going to die anyways? What's the point on taking care of my body or making choices that benefit other beings when they're also going to die? And I honestly didn't have the best answer at the time. And recently I've also seen this in comments on the video I made about finding my purpose. There were a few comments there basically saying there is no purpose to life, so why are you trying to find your purpose? And I can agree with that to an extent, and I by no means have the answer to this. I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I can give my opinion based on my personal experiences, as that's really all we can give as teachers and as humans. Since this has come up, it's been something on my mind, and of course I could get into different religions and belief systems, but I'm simply just going to give what comes from my heart. And like I said, I'm not disagreeing when someone says there's no purpose or that we are simply here to exist and nothing more. That could be the case, but for me, I honestly feel that if we're capable of greatness, of higher states of bliss, of love, why would we stay mediocre and choose not to care? Not only are we capable of greatness, but we are aware of this capability. We're conscious beings. And honestly, there was a point in my life where I believed there was no point to any of this. At that time in my life, I actually became an exotic dancer traveling around the world. And my justification for working in this industry was, what's the point? If all this is Maya, it's all an illusion and a game, why does it matter what impact I have on society or the world? I'm not going to say it was a really bad time in my life. Nothing horrible happened to me during that time, but I can say I was very lost. I wasn't working often. I would dance for 2 or 3 weeks and then I would take 3 to 4 months off, traveling and living in ashrams. So I found a balance with two very different worlds. But I felt that was the type of work I had to do at the time in order to live the life that I wanted to live. But the problem was I had no direction. I was lost. The money I was making was going right away because I didn't know where I was going in life. I thought it was all pointless. I was simply existing and living the life of my dreams in certain ways, but I was missing something more. So I had to take a step back and really look at my life. Why was I feeling so unfulfilled? Was that really the impact I wanted to make on the world? Was that the impact I wanted to make on others? Is that what I wanted to encourage on this planet and society? To distract others from waking up is basically what I was doing. And I have nothing against this industry whatsoever, but for someone who had been spiritually seeking for so long and who had a very strong waking up experience like myself, did I want to promote to others basically a way they can numb themselves by this physical world? And the answer I came up with was absolutely not. I want to help people wake up and be part of the solution, not the problem. And again, this is not bad-mouthing the industry at all. It was simply my point of view on life that was the problem, not my line of work. So yes, I do believe very strongly that we're here for a bit more than simply existing until we die. Energy cannot be destroyed. So do I believe that our energy, or our souls, if you will be destroyed after we leave these physical bodies? I don't. Do I believe that what we do with our energy here and now and how we treat it matters? I do. We're eternal. Our energy goes somewhere. And while I'm not going to get into the different places it might go, depending on which religion you follow, I do believe that it goes past this physical life. From a tantric perspective, everything in this physical plane is divine and can be used to achieve higher states of consciousness or bliss. our true nature? Why do we get glimpses in our day-to-day life of this ultimate blissful state? Whether it be through yoga, meditation, psychedelics, surfing, or simply walking through the park and absorbing the beauty all around you. This is to remind us of our true nature, which is bliss, love, ecstasy, dissolving the ego identity so that we can remember we are one with all that exists. How could we then promote the suffering of other beings and destruction of our planet any longer? We have, in a way, tainted this human experience collectively, but I do truly believe that if we raised our vibration and our level of consciousness on this planet, there is potential for us to rise above unnecessary suffering, but it will take time. If you are part of the movement of the awakening of our planet, you will be aware of the shift that is happening right now. I've seen it ever since I began my journey of seeking answers when I was 16, and just in the last decade of traveling, I've seen vegan shops opening up around the world. I've seen people embracing different cultures and religions. I've watched this shift happening firsthand. We are coming back to our original state. We are coming back to love. And on the subject of animal slavery, which I don't want to make this video about, but it's something that I feel is very important on our planet at this time, because I do believe that it's holding us back as a species, and we cannot progress further as long as this exists. I was watching an interview with animal activist Gary Yourofsky, and in it he explains that the truth is always revealed. Black slavery in America happened for hundreds of years before they realized that it wasn't right what they were doing and put an end to it. How long do you think it will take us to realize that it's not right to do this to beings without voices? But the truth will always be revealed, and people are slowly waking up to the truth. I know it can be hard at times to see this, and when you're in your own awakening process, it can be very discouraging, but I, for one, in my experience of traveling the world, it's given me hope. And not only with animal rights, human rights, collective human emotions, greed, jealousy, fear, so many negative emotions that our societies have been run on. So many people are waking up to the fact that this is no longer serving our highest good. We will never reach bliss while feeding these negative states. And this is simply my subjective opinion. Do I think that we are here to simply exist without any purpose? I'm sorry, but I don't. I think we're here to shine, to come into our individual greatness, in order to bring love and joy and bliss into this world. If we have been blessed enough to be the ones, like me, who have grown up with the means to make a difference, I think it's our birthright to do so, to create that ripple effect, to be that one little wave in the ocean that changes the whole rhythm. So if all of this is a grand illusion, just a game between life and death, does that mean there's no point? I simply don't believe that. I think we can do better. I think we can do a whole heck of a lot better. And again, that is simply my opinion. Please comment below and let me know kindly if you agree or disagree with my point of view. I'm always interested in others' opinions on this mysterious and miraculous thing called life. This is a judgment-free space. So please comment below, and for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Sat Nam.